Okay, everybody, we're going to talk about search today and some tips as well as insights that I have in regards to it. Search is a very challenging topic. We all know that. It is a most critical topic as it relates to our digital presence. And it's something that a lot of people just don't frankly understand. But everybody knows when it hurts. Everybody knows when they need to get it fixed. And that they know that you got to get an expert in and that it feels better after you fix it. So, a few things that tips, and these are in no particular order, frankly. But let me kind of walk through some of those, and I'll expand on some of them. And there'll be this tip sheet at the end, and you can pick up the link below and pick up some of these tips in a hard copy. Okay, first of all, you got to know what you're doing, so you want to use Google Search Console. Okay, if you're not using it, you should be. I'm sure you probably are, but I'm just reminding you of that, as well as use more than one search assessment tool. Don't use just one because sometimes some of them do a better job of finding this out versus that. So use a few of those, and I think you'll be happy with that. You need to hire the best SEO staff you can possibly get. It is going to cost you more money, I promise you, than what you think it's going to cost you, okay? But that will be worth it in the long run. If you hire somebody, and I've done this, okay, so shame on me, but I've hired people that were less cost because they didn't have the budget. They also had less experience, okay? Put them in the role. They did an okay job, but I ended up having to actually hire somebody who was higher priced later down the line to fix the issues that the more junior person had created. So when you start out, just hire the top level that you possibly can. I promise you, you will thank yourself in the long run. Promise you. Okay, put budget for SEO into your marketing budget. I'm surprised at how many people don't do this. You've got to put money in for tools. You got to put money in for training. You got to put money in for hiring the best people. You need to put money in for potentially an agency that you may have to use. Again, when you think about it, it's one of the most critical aspects of marketing, and yet we spend more money sometimes on other areas that mean nothing at all to us and drive literally little to no sales. Okay, so think of it that way. It's a sales channel for you. Okay, a couple of other things, and we're just literally, again, these are in no particular order. 301 redirects, got to do them. Face it, you got to do them. Avoid meta tag data or meta tag truncation. It's not a good practice. You have issues with it in the long run. Some people continue to do it because they're lazy. Don't do it. Change it. Fix your broken backlinks. Naturally, that is something that everybody needs to do. But ironically, sometimes you don't get it done because you've got other stuff that's on the pile of things to do when it comes to search, and sometimes you don't get to that, and yet it can cause some significant issues. Remember, search is about, I always like to say it's about block and tackling, okay? You want to get the big stuff done, and then you can start worrying about the little itty bitty things that may give you some incremental gains. But if you don't get the block and tackling stuff done, it doesn't matter how many small incremental gains you get, you're still going to be in the hole all the time. Okay, let's see here. Build external links. We all know that's important too. Local search. If you are wanting to drive local search, make sure you put your address within the site. I would recommend that you just stick it in the gutter on every single page on your website. That'll help that issue quickly. As it relates to e-commerce, okay? An e-commerce search can be challenging to say the least. But if you can, try to get snippets of content and things along those lines that may be like product ratings that are there, or that the product's in stock, those types of things out there. Also, limit your repeating text that you have in search. I know a lot of people just, it's just copy, paste, the repeating text. Don't do it. It hurts you in the long run. It really does. Increase your SEO for your brand. This is a good, solid opportunity for you to continue to do that, but make sure that when you're doing brand SEO, you understand that what your goals are for that versus campaign SEO. Okay, those are two completely different things, and you need to understand what your goals are in each one of those cases, okay? Because the strategies will be different as well. Content. Everybody who knows me knows that I believe content is absolutely critical in all aspects of marketing. Okay. You want to be an expert, you want to be authoritative, and you want to have trust. Okay, so you want to create lots of great content, but quantity is not as important as high quality. And so you want to make sure that, one, that it's very easy to consume from your client base, that it's easy for them to find it. You don't want to bury it someplace on the site and make it visible. So you want to make that easy to find. Things like case studies, blogs, news feeds, all of those types of things work really, really well in keeping your site fresh, which then helps drive up that importance and trust factor that the search engines look for, which drive up your pages that you're looking at when it comes to SEO. Video. Love video, and it's a great way to communicate with clients. And if you're going to do video, a couple things. One, go ahead and take the video transcript and embed that into the site, because that's, again, there's great search terms there, and it should help. Number two is, and it's with this as well as with, I guess, the rest of the content, repurpose your content. If you do a video, and it's a 5-minute video, try to do it in chunks, right? That you're able to do chunk 1, chunk 2, and put each one of those up. Those are different pieces of content, and the search engines will recognize it as different pieces of content, and you can get more legs out of it as well. And again, all of this content that you use, you can give it to your sales force, and they can utilize it. You can use it for events, trade shows, all of that kind of stuff. Start to take a look at putting keywords on your images. A lot of people just put up, JPEG stuff and leave it that way. Start to keyword those things as well. Again, opportunity, content, etc. Consider removing any pop-up, shifting ads, that kind of stuff. Move them below the fold, again, because you want that content for people to be able to consume at the top portion of your page itself. Okay, so next, keyword research. Everybody says they do keyword research, and I think it's great, and I'm sure everybody is. But the one thing that I always look for is customer keyword research. Talk to your customers about the keywords that they use and the phrases that they use to find particular products, especially your products. Get those keywords. You're probably going to find some surprises out there that you could get that keyword, buy it before any of your competitors do itself. And also, when you're doing that, keep in mind you're trying to find out the questions needing to be answered. That's at the end of the day what you're trying to do. And then base your keywords off of that. You also need to understand the intent of a question and nuances of words. With Google's new BERT algorithm that they've put together, and neural net, I guess, is more accurate. It starts to take that into consideration now, but you really need to be cognizant of it while you're doing your search. Again, always research competition. I'm sure all of you are. Understand what they're doing. Set up alerts if there's search terms that you're wanting to take a look at that they may make a mistake on, and drop them. And you can pull them up put them onto your site so that you can gain some opportunity from mistakes that they make. Again, no particular order. Title tags. Put your keywords in the titles and headers. Okay. Understand your goals, as I mentioned earlier, and one way to do that is to really sit down and plan. Okay, this isn't just something you want to throw search out there. You really need to have a specific plan associated with it. Again, remember, search is about block and tackling to get the big gains, and then it's about the little small incremental things that you can do later down the line that give you a small increase, but those small increases do add up. So it's fine-tuning things as you move forward. Finally, You got to have patience, education, and communication. What I mean by that is that most people within organizations do not understand search. Either people above you, people below you, people to the sides of you. So you have to educate them as to what search is and what it isn't. You need to educate them on how long it can take to get results. 6 to 12 months. People just automatically think that when you change search on your website that boom, you're going to go right to the top of the rankings. We all know that that isn't the case. So sometimes setting those expectations is more critical than anything else that you do. So be sure to do that. That's all that I've got. If you want to subscribe to the video, you can do so below by clicking on the button. The link to these tips is located there, and you can download these tips at your convenience. And you can follow me on a variety of different social channels, LinkedIn, my website, YouTube, whatever it may be. So feel free to click in on those as well. Again, remember, folks, these are just a few tips. We all know there's hundreds of SEO tips, and I'm going to give more of those along the line. But again, this is kind of what I would call the bigger play types of things, okay? Anyway, good luck with your marketing. Thanks for watching. Take care.